Good morning, everybody. Are you ready for number time? Brilliant, well done. So, who can tell me what we've been looking at this week? Can you tell me? That's right, we've been looking at shapes. So on Monday and Tuesday we looked at 2D, two-dimensional flat shapes, and yesterday we had a look at some 3D shapes. Who can tell me the names of some 3D shapes? Come on, have a think. What did we call them? Who can remember the name of the shape that looked like a ball? Can you remember? That's right, it was a sphere. But today, we're not just going to learn the names, we're going to have a look at some of the ways to describe a 3D shape using the correct mathematical words, the correct vocabulary when we are describing 3D shapes. So when we were describing 2D shapes, we talked about corners and we talked about sides. But when we're talking about 3D shapes, we don't talk about corners and sides. We talk about edges and we talk about vertices, but we also talk about these things. So let me show you. So on this shape here, can you remember what this shape's called? This shape is a cube. Okay, can you see that? It's a cube. Yes, well done. So I'm just going to put the cube down so that we can have a little look at parts of the cube. Okay, so here along the top, this isn't called a side. In a 3D shape, it's called the edge. Okay, can you see that? That's the edge. And here, where the one, two, three edges meet here, this is called a vertex. Or when it's plural, we call them vertices. Okay, vertex. Now we've also got this part of the shape, and that's here, and we've got one here, and we've got one here, and we've got one here, and here, and here. And this part of the shape is called a face. Okay, it's called a face. So maybe we could count the faces on this shape. Can you remember what we call this shape? That's right, this shape is a cube. So we've got one face, 2, 3, 4. Then we've got this one here, 5. And we've got this one here, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces on a cube. Now we could count the vertices, but I think we'll have a look at a different shape now. Okay, so I'm just going to get a different shape out of my bag. So, this one's a good one. Interesting. Okay, so this one, can you remember what this shape's called? Yep, can you remember? You can tell by the way it looks, can't you? Might have seen some ancient Egyptian buildings like this. That's right, it's a pyramid. Okay, so I think we could count the faces on this pyramid. So I'm going to put it down. So there's this one here, 1, 2, this one here, 3, this one here, 4. Don't forget the bottom. We'll call that the base. Okay, so there's 5 there, isn't there? Okay, and what about vertices? Vertices, 1, 2, it's a bit tricky. Let me do it, 3, 4, 5. Let's try it again. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 vertices on this pyramid. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a little think about some of the names of the vocabulary in our 3D shapes. So we've got vertices. These are where the 2 or 3 edges might meet. So these are not sides. These are called edges. Can you see that? Edges. They're straight edges here. And then we've got the vertices, we've got the edges, and then we've got these things here. Can we see that? These things, which are faces. Remember that? Faces. Okay, so quite a lot of words to remember about 3D shapes, but tomorrow I think we'll have a little game just to see if you can remember what they are called. Have a great day. Think about seeing some 3D shapes and 2D shapes in your environment, wherever you are today, at home or in school, and have a really great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.